this topic, when Michael reached out to me, is so right on time because at 4 o'clock yesterday, I was at the child support office filling out their form forgiving. But every mother cannot forgive. They got babies that still want to play football and t-ball and might want to go to a dance somewhere, you know. So do for your babies, mothers. Do for your babies, fathers. They didn't ask to come here.
Welcome back to Roundtable. Michael Barclift, Randy Brown, Miss Meka. We just heard from a very passionate caller who's a single mom, and she said that the child support system failed her. She also says she disagrees with this EBT type card, and she listed examples. If a car breaks down, gas. I'm sort of with you, Meka, and with Miss Nicki, that even though I feel like the system is flawed and in a lot of ways it's designed to hurt the male, I don't feel we fix the system by doing things that can hurt the female in return. I think you fix the system by giving the government less control, not more. I understand that there's some women that will abuse the money, get the child support check, spend the money on a new boyfriend, and you as the non-custodial father, you can be mad and aggravated and frustrated about it. I can't, if I had a vote, I could not vote for it, even though I'm a man. I may be a minority in that opinion, but I disagree with that.
So,
your thoughts?
From your opinion, what is a halfway mark where both the mom and father can create a solution? Is there a median? How would you, if you say not going to the government or going to the system to kind of pay back the father or pay back the mother, then where do you stand? Because the child is left in the end as the victim.
Well, we did talk about taxes, and I apologize for this being a tennis match right now, but we talked about the taxes, and we spoke about the fact that low-income parents who receive an earned income credit sometimes get $3,000 back income tax per child. And you mentioned how you tried to alternate years with your daughter's mom, and you were rejected. I believe that that's one area that can be looked at. If the custodial parent receives child support payments and the payments are on time and everything's righteous, I believe the earned income credit, the income tax, the claiming of the dependent, I believe that the father should be able to sometimes, get some of that income. If the government wants to do something to help, I think that maybe that's a place where you can help. There's a lot of bitterness involved when after the holiday season, you broke, it's January, it's winter time, your baby mom get $9,000 every January. And then you get a bill saying, hey, you better pay this $800 for child support this month. I think that maybe you could look into earned income credit. Maybe that's part of the solution.
That's worth looking into.
I think
that's worth looking into. Now, will it happen? I'm sure it says there's nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Will it happen?
Well, you say you were rejected when you tried to do
I was rejected.
And what did they reject you for?
It was made to believe, or the picture was painted as if this was solely financial gain as a father.
Right.
And the way I looked at it was, I had my daughter more than half the year. And this was not a financial gain, this was fairness, because I'm taking care of my daughter just like her mother. But I'm paying child support as well on top of doing for my daughter. That's my responsibility, and that's what I want to do. So why not? If you're paying just like the mom is paying, and you have your daughter physically, or your son physically, just the same amount of time as the mother, which means they're using your space, they're eating food, you're taking care of all of their necessities, then shouldn't you also have a right to share in the tax return?
Well, before we go to Meka, I don't believe that they should be able to shame you into saying you're doing this for financial gain and you should walk away in shame with your head held down. Because there's millions of corporations and organizations, politicians, and people who do many things for financial gain. Your financial well-being is very important to the quality of life, especially if you have a prison sentence dangling over your head. There's no reason why you can't do certain things for financial gain.
Well, I mean, I feel like the government itself does everything for financial gain. So for them to come after people for stuff is just, it's amazing how anything that they do, you know, I feel like everything that they do is financial gain. So regardless of if you're paying your child support or you're getting locked up for it, they're still getting paid. They actually take I heard this, now maybe you can let me know if I'm right or not, but do they take an actual portion of the child support?
Interest.
Yeah.
The interest doesn't go to the mom. The interest goes to the collection agency.
So it's like, if we cut out the middleman, and I mean, it'd be great, like you said, if there was some type of accountability and you can go back and forth, and one year I take put them on my taxes, and the next year I don't. And I mean, some people can do that. Some parents are going to be, you know, mature enough to be able to handle something like that. I definitely don't feel like you should have been shamed and turned away, especially if you were paying child support and you had your daughter for a whole half of a year. At that point, there should have been somebody that could have said, okay, well, this makes sense. She's doing it every year anyway. So if he's had her for over 6 months, then, I mean, it's just math. I don't understand how you can't get around that. So if there was some type of accountability outside of them signing our checks, I don't know how. I don't know what the grand, you know, scheme of how it would come about, but I feel like it has to be something outside of the courts in order for it to go around the way it should, because we're paying them. You're paying them. They're getting interest. They're getting money off of you.
It's never going to be, I don't feel that it's ever going to be right. You're not going to satisfy everyone. There's not going to be a sure fix to this problem. You know, you can institute taxes, you can institute more penalties, you can institute more jail time, or you can institute rewards where someone is rewarded. But someone is always going to be left feeling like they got cheated, they were robbed. It shouldn't be this way. We can do this all day long, all day long. But all I say is, if you're going to have to embark upon a child support case or a custody battle, just prepare yourself financially, prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and, you know, lawyer. Have a lawyer. Talk to a lawyer, a good lawyer. Someone who's not really out for finance, someone who has a passion that really cares about the children and the best needs of the children. And nowadays, few.
Court costs, lawyers, time off work, filing fees, gas money to drive to the courthouse. Sometimes you got to pay for parking at the courthouse. Mm-hmm. You know, like, all of this stuff is money that could have gone to this child that you supposedly care about and love so much that you want to lock up his parents if they don't act right. You don't come down on dads if they don't read to their children, or if they don't make them eat their fruits and vegetables, or if they don't teach them manners, or if they don't teach them how to ride a bike, or tie their shoes, or tie a tie, or fill out a job applications, or help them with their homework. The government's not there for those things. Poor people who live check to check, sometimes you're gonna run into money issues. Maybe if you make more than 70, 80 grand a year, you can say, okay, there's should be a sense of stability because you make this much. Y'all should make sure y'all take these payments right on time. When you're making under 40 grand a year, some of your bills is gonna be late during that year, sometimes. So for you to tack on the penalties, you know, with no wiggle room, no allowances for unforeseen occurrences or emergency, I think the best way to do it is for people to be able to come together, stay together, or even if you separate amicably, choose the right mate, and really reasonably work it out with each other. I just don't see any success stories coming from when you invite that man into your baby's room.
We all grown adults, you know, at least some of us.
Right.
Some of us. And as grown adults, we lay down and we make these kids, man. These kids are our responsibility. Not the system's responsibility, not the grandparents' responsibility, not your next door neighbor's responsibility, you know, not the teacher's responsibility. They're our responsibilities, and we have to make sure that we brought them into this world. We got to make sure that they at least have the ability to, you know, advance without the hiccups and the arguments and the bickering between mom and dad over who's financially going to do this or who's financially and how much and for how long. And, you know, be human beings. Be the people that we claim that we are, intelligent human beings, and take care of your seeds. I mean, it's simple. You know, you made them, take care of them. If you ain't making that much money, do something. Until you get to a point where you are able to do more. Because something is better than nothing. And I think that there's the people that do nothing, that's why the system was produced or enhanced or, you know, gained momentum. It's because the people that do not do nothing for their kids makes the people that do something for their kids have to pay the price.
All shoveled into the same boat.
All shoveled into the same boat.
Right.
So that's my thoughts.
Well, we're gonna have to get off that boat. We're gonna have to leave it there.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. For Michael Barclift, Ms. Meka, Randy Brown. We'll be back here for Roundtable next Wednesday. Sponsored, as always, by DeJaVu Restaurant and Lounge, located at 2082 Nickerson Boulevard in Hampton, Virginia. My man Jay has asked me to invite you all out to come out and enjoy some refreshing food and beverages. They have the NFL Sunday ticket on the weekends and Empire Wednesdays. On Wednesday nights, you can watch that show on one of the biggest screens in Hampton Roads. And we want to wish everyone a happy Veterans Day. And thank y'all for coming out. We want to thank our guest caller, Miss Nicki Dandridge, and check out her blog. And shout out to DJ Shortcut, who's going to bring that music back in for us, and we're going to enjoy the rest of the evening. As always, real people, real talk, real issues. Roundtable. Peace.